Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or midnight, even, whenever you're watching this, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Martina Tade, otherwise known as Lasagna. Uh, for those of you that saw my previous video on selfishness, I'd like to firstly say thank you for taking the time to watch it. If you haven't seen my previous video, chronologically, it's the first one on my post, and this is the second video. You do you, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense why. Secondly, I'd like to offer a bit of an apology. When I was rewatching my previous video, I noticed a lot of points that I felt could have been explained more clearly or been provided an example for to further the understanding. And so really the purpose of today's video is to show you some examples of rights and wrongs of selfishness, while going in a bit more depth and clarifying some of the points that I feel like I didn't communicate as well as I could have on my previous video. As you can see, I have my Google Photos pulled up, and we have some videos I recorded, which are the rights and wrongs of selfishness. The first video is getting food the wrong example. Let's see if the audio will actually work. Oh dear. Oh, gotta check the expiration date. Look at that behemoth chugging straight from the jug. For more than one reason, this is obviously wrong. Like, let's just get that out of the way. And this is complete disregard towards everyone in my family for me just drinking straight from the jug. And if this were someone else's food, not only would it be selfish, it would also be stealing. So, just don't be a bit more considerate. This is the wrong example of selfishness. Here is the right example of selfishness. Complete transparency, I had no other food in my refrigerator. That was the only thing I could find when recording this video, a bottle of ketchup. So, this may be a bit confusing. How is, offering someone else ketchup at all selfish? Well, you have to think about uh, the full meaning of the video. I walked into the kitchen, I'm looking at the refrigerator, obviously because I want a snack or because I'm hungry. That means I'm taking care of myself. And if I knew that my little sister really wanted that bottle of ketchup, and I know that it'll make me happy, that if she gets to have it versus I have it, I can just find something else. And if I'm, satisfying myself, remember, seeking self-satisfaction is the definition I gave of selfishness in my previous video, then there's nothing wrong with that. Now, when it comes to things like this, when you're getting food out of the refrigerator and, you're looking out for yourself, there's a phrase that I feel like I needed to explain. As long as it's not at the expense of others is a phrase I used a lot in my previous video. What I should have said is as long as it's not at the expense of others, which is of something significant. So when I say something significant, I mean something significant to either you or the person, and it's someone significant to you. Because, if you're gonna really, because almost always someone's gonna receive the butt of what you do if you make a selfish choice. Whether that choice is a positive or a negative thing, someone might, more than likely will receive the butt of what you do. So you just make sure it's something that's actually worth thinking over about and not just, uh, you know, something as stupid as a bottle of ketchup. This is my third video, the example of breaking up the wrong example. So there's no audio here, so it's hard to understand. So I'm just gonna narrate this. Hey, can we talk? Oof. Ooh, bam, bow, 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 bow. Now you want to break up with me? No, no, I apologize. No, no. That is the narration. I know, I'm almost as good as that dude who narrates The Story of Us. So, this is a toxic relationship, and even when he's being beat, and for the sake of the argument, let's just say he gets beat on the regular, he still doesn't want to break up with her for her sake. He needs to take care of himself, like he needs to look out for himself. This would be the right example. Now, narration again. Ooh, caught that. Listen here, girl. You are not going to attack me because I need to look out for me. Bop. That is that man's looking out for himself. Applause to him. Let's give him a quick round of applause. I really hope that didn't just clip the audio, but let's just pretend it didn't happen. So, aside from hitting the Michael Jackson, he did really good. He looked out for himself. However, there's a point that I wanted to bring up again, which wasn't I the one who said that it's not always about making the smart choice, but the selfish choice? Because the selfish choice might have been, well, if he really was happy with her in this toxic relationship, shouldn't he have just stayed with her? I did say that it's not always about making the selfish choice and the smart choice. I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit it. I apologize. Well, not that I was wrong, but the way I worded it made it seem like you should always go for the selfish choice rather than the smart choice. Not what I really wanted to say. What I really wanted to say, and I actually said something else that contradicts that. I said that being selfish sometimes requires making the hardest choices. But I also said that it's not always about making the smart choice, but the selfish choice. This is a better way of phrasing it that kind of coerces the two and is really what I wanted to get across. In the situation, use your better judgment that's going to be of a higher positive return. Like if you're gonna make a selfish choice, as make it a selfish choice that actually is worth making, and not just the stupid "oh I love her" choice. You know, that's not the way you want to go. Video 5 in my last video is the wrong and right, well, only the wrong example of the coronavirus, but I really don't feel like I need to provide a positive example. We've been taught this so many times in this new era that we're living in. Just so the setting is a store, and I'm in the background looking at a Rubik's Cube. This person who does not have a mask and gloves on is going around feeling the product, I guess. And here I come. Oh, look, a teddy bear. And also, oh no, I'm coughing. Oh no, oh, it's getting worse. And I'm dead. So, that person that did not have the mask and gloves on was being very inconsiderate of others. Just because you don't have the symptoms doesn't mean you're not a carrier. And I mean, it's a really the wrong selfish mentality to have. Oh, everyone could get it but me. Oh, everyone else could get it. I mean, this is like, what, 700, like maybe even 1 million people in Denver. Oh, only 1,000. How am I going to get it? That's a really messed up mentality. Uh, and another thing is that, well, the argument could be made, well, he wasn't wearing a mask and gloves either. Who cares? It is your responsibility to be wearing the glove and mask and practice all the, as I call them, corona laws, social distancing, wear a mask, wear gloves, wash your hands, and even if other people don't follow it, that's no reason for you not to follow it. The positive example of this is, in this case, taking care of yourself first is actually really helping everyone else. You wear a mask, you wear gloves, not only are you protecting yourself, you're protecting others. That's what you should be doing. Not thinking, oh, I'll be fine. No, you have to. Without this, we're never going to get out of lockdown. I frankly want to see my teachers. Well, that's all I really had for today. These are the different examples of selfishness. Hope that clarified some things, and hopefully now you see some examples of uh, you know, what you should be able to do and shouldn't do. And yeah, take care of yourselves, people. Stay safe out there. Goodbye.